Hello everyone and welcome to Athena Games. Tonight, another Wednesday night, and we're here for another couple of good games of X-Wing on another Flight Night episode. My name's David Lincoln, taking the reins this evening instead of Elliot for a change. And alongside me for the first game this evening is Robin Farndon.
Hello.
We haven't actually been in the booth together before as a duo.
No, not just as a two, no.
So we'll have to have some fun with this. I'm pretty much sure of this. So we've got a couple of good games going out tonight. The first one, trying to get everything all set up here in my own mind. We have no overlay. We've got Tim Clarke versus Richard Conelly. I've played this list of Tim's list a couple of times actually. It's quite ruthless. Yeah, if you can get them started, we'll put the timer going. Yeah, it's going to be. I say it's going to be a couple of good games here. While they're getting started, for those who don't know, where's the thing for that? One thing you may not have known is Robin has just come back from a long 3-week weekend away at UK Nationals.
Yeah, good weekend away. So we had 5 of the Mouldy Crow Squadron make our way up to Liverpool. Really good event. Very very well put together and run by everyone at SDVM Games. Plus, Liverpool is a surprisingly pretty city in an industrial way. Actually, I was pleasantly surprised. But no, we did well. Like minimum of 3-3 in the main event from all of the Crows, with some of us going 4-2, and Darren was only 30 points off making the cut. So
yes. So as we've been talking away here, there's actually been some deployment done on the asteroids here. Sort of fairly loose start looking at this, which probably actually suits the fact they've got. Both of them got large base ships here.
Yeah, full large base ships do not want a clustered asteroid field, generally speaking. It's interesting that Tim's actually gone for like that pair of rocks together at range one of one another in the top left corner from our perspective.
Yeah.
I suspect he's probably going to try and use those as almost a lure for the fire sprays to then stop them from turning in easily. Of course, he's going to be entirely reacting to Richard's deployment as he's clocking in at a notably high pilot skill there.
Yeah.
Do we want to have a quick chat through the list while we do it?
Yep, that make it a.
Do you want me to run through that while you set up the overlay?
Cool, yes, please.
So, Tim Clarke is flying a Dengar plus Bosk list. So his Dengar is clocking in at pilot skill 11 thanks to some veteran instincts. Is carrying a set of plasma torpedoes. 4 LOM, so he can do a bit of token suppression, an R4 agromech for a little bit of additional accuracy and the ability to spend your focus, get your target lock, do a sloop round to get yourself into a stronger position, some glitter stim, the punishing one title to bump yourself up to 3 attack dice, and some guidance chips, which of course pair nicely with the punishing one to let you pump out additional crits on your munitions. So it's a relatively offensive Dengar build there, though the glitter stim definitely gives a bit of defensive ability as well. It doesn't.
Like I say, and there's a handshake, so they're getting started in now.
Then for his second ship, Tim's got Bosk. Also running with veteran instincts, so up to a pilot skill of 9, and he's carrying a homing missile. For a bit of long-range punchy firepower. Boba Fett to hopefully snipe an upgrade off one of Rich's ships. A K4 security droid to get those free target locks. Zuckus to do a bit of dice modification, aggressive dice modification. And some guidance chips to again make those munitions all the more accurate. So you've got quite a offensively focused list here. Tim's really not going for anything in the way of real defence here, barring the fact that the 2 ships are both quite beefy in their own right. Dengar's got the glitter stim for 1 round of defensive ability, but yeah, I think there's going to be what effectively can be best described as a damage race going on.
Yeah, and the way Richard and Tim usually play, that is more sort of the way I think this game's going to go. It's going to be depending on who's gonna get there first, I think.
So looking at the opening manoeuvres, Rich is very much flying those fire sprays together as a pair. He's kind of like hunting them as a pack almost. I think Tim's trying to use Bosk to draw them in. From Tim's perspective, Bosk can weather at least one turn of heavy firepower without worrying about it too much. And with the higher pilot skill, can potentially get those homing missiles away at a convenient moment. Though, depending on the speed of Richard's approach, he might close into range 1 quite quickly. Of course, against Bosk, that's not necessarily a saving grace, as you're still taking a lot of damage.
That is true.
It's not your night, is it?
No, it's clearly not my night.
Do you want me to help?
Yes, please, for 2 seconds. Elliot's in the booth helping me out with this one. I don't know what's going on with my natural abilities because it's gone a bit haywire.
Bit pear-shaped. Hello, everyone. Let me...
Elliot, do you want to pop Richard's list up
of
over
course.
onto the screen? I'll run through it as we go.
There you go.
So there we go. We've got a quite rapid, I think that's speed 4 approach from the fire sprays there. Richard's very obviously trying to close range as quickly as he can and just hammer into and punish Bosk. I think he's even managed to close into target lock range from the look of that. There we go. So I think that's Boba Fett dropping a target lock down. And if I'm remembering correctly, that will be with a cruise missile as well. So
yeah, I've heard there's cruise missiles on board here, which is just going to...
In many ways, Tim probably wants to hope that he does close into range 1, though that's going to be a punishing amount of firepower either way.
That is true. We've seen Richard run this a fair few times.
There you go.
Thank you. So it's no surprise that he's playing this tonight because, like I said, it is sort of like bread and butter here.
So in terms of Rich's list, we've got Boba Fett with expertise, so guaranteed attack mods as long as he's not stressed. Cruise missiles, the Slave 1 title, so he can put some extra munitions on there. And
glitters to him this turn.
One assumes, despite the fact he's not on this list, one assumes there are some guidance chips going on Boba Fett as well. So punchy stuff there. Cascola is also joining the expertise crew here with a heavy laser cannon and Dengar. So we are looking at what is really quite a very aggressive list. Boba Fett's potentially chucking out 5 dice with the cruise missiles, 4 dice with his primary if he gets into range 1, and Kath is looking at least 4 dice from both her front and rear arcs, with the automatic rerolls from Dengar and the expertise in the mix as well.
Dice roll coming in. We've got 4 hits and looks like to be 2 evades.
So I suspect that is probably a plasma torpedo that's just come across from Dengar, presumably into Boba Fett by the look of that. So that's the target lock gone, 2 damage in there. Now the only question is that 2 damage including the extra damage from the plasma torpedoes? And then we've got a 3 dice primary shot from Bosk across as well, and judging by the look of that, that is... Oh, we've got a critical damage through already.
Structural damage on
Boba.
So it's reducing the agility.
Punchy.
Yeah, reducing the agility by 1 already. Yeah, that's going to be huge, I think, for this game.
It's a very strong opener there.
It is.
That's 5 points of damage straight through, and I don't think that was even with the munitions from Bosk as well. So those homing missiles haven't been launched as yet, I don't believe. Now, admittedly, whether or not those homing missiles ever get launched at this point is up for debate.
Yes.
So
it's going to be one of those things,
and
though.
Here are the cruise missiles coming back in at Bosk in return, and that's an expertise into a whole bunch of damage, at least 4 hits and a crit.
Boba has lost all his shields, plus he has a hit and a crit, which is structural damage.
Okay, so
Wow.
we're down to 4 hull remaining on Boba Fett. That is quite a punchy opener there. Rich is going to have to make up a little bit of ground, but Bosk is potentially quite a... Oof, is that just out of range? I think Kath actually doesn't have a shot this turn. So that is very much an opening exchange in Tim's favour there.
Boba also took Dengar's expertise off.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Boba. Boba's expertise?
Bosk.
Bosk expertise.
Yeah. So
Oh yes, because Boba Fett crew is on
is
on Bosk.
Clarke,
yeah. So
the expertise of Kafka. Yeah, it would be. I think it was actually it was Boba Fett that lost the expertise. So yeah, Boba has lost the expertise.
Wow, already? That's
Yes.
that is pretty huge. Now, the advantage that Richard's going to have here potentially is that he has got quite a lot of control over what happens on the field from this point onwards. With the lower pilot skill, whilst it doesn't give him any ability to like dodge and get out of the way, it does specifically give him the ability to block either of those ships. And that's potentially quite useful at this stage. I would be slightly inclined to treat Boba as a blocking ship at this point, as he is really hurting at this point, and anything you can do to like deny one or more shots against him is really helpful. Plus, getting him into range 1 is obviously good given his pilot ability. So there we go, a wide looping turn in there, neatly dodging that obstacle, and basically giving Dengar nowhere to go this turn. Or at the very least nowhere to go that doesn't involve either a bump or interacting with that asteroid. So that's a nice bit of flying on Richard's part, I think, there.
yeah.
We're going to have some very close manoeuvring here from Bosk. Whether or not that is going to fit in is really up to debate, but it is a green manoeuvre from Tim. Does that bump? I think that might have been a bump. But K4 gets in the target lock across, and that gives him a decent shot onto Boba Fett there. There is a very real possibility. Well, it looks like range 2, but there is an outside chance that Boba may not make it through this turn. With only 4 hull remaining, and Bosk's ability to modify into crits and modify crits into double damage, if Richard gets a little bit lucky on the dice, we could be seeing Boba out for the count.
Overlay is being worked as we speak, Owen.
It's been a long time since I've actually done this myself, hasn't it? So
So just a quick game state update for everyone. Bosk's taken a bunch of damage. Boba Fett is down to 4 hull remaining. The other 2 ships are undamaged at this point. So we've got a shot coming across there. That looks like... Is that an evade? That is an evade, yep. Oh, no. No, that's a reroll there for some reason. Ah, there we go. That's some Zuckus action happening there. So that's... Was that a blinded pilot? Or was that a stunned pilot?
I'm not 100% sure on that one.
We will find out in a moment. Sorry about the slightly patchy commentary, folks. We're just getting the overlay set up. And given the speed that this game is at, there may not be many ships left by the time we're there.
Yeah, and
so
I do apologise for you having to bear with me doing this, because this is painful, and it's probably more painful for you to watch than it is for me to actually try and do this. So I do appreciate you bearing with me on this.
Shots back. This is Boba Fett rear arcing into Bosk, and that looks to me like that's 3 hits. Sorry, I'm having to peer slightly at the screen. The dice are reflecting the light a little. So, not sure I could see Tim's dice roll there. So that looked like that evade blanked out. So that's 3 more damage coming on to Bosk there.
Bosk shielded. Lost his shields. No of the damage received.
Okay, all shields down on Bosk. Yeah, so this damage race is definitely going in Tim's favour as things currently stand. Like shields down on Bosk isn't really what you want, but for the exchange he's made, that really hefty amount of damage into Boba Fett, it's a strong outcome, I feel there.
That's Boba you're looking at, Owen.
Could we just pop the overlay back a second, and we'll just have a look and see what the cards on the table are.
If I do that.
Okay, so yes, we're streaming there. Yeah. Oh no, I do think you're right there, Owen. It does look like there's a couple of damage guards gone onto Bosk as well. No crits, fortunately, but that's putting Bosk into a relatively troubled position as things stand. Now, how many more shots Bosk is going to get this game is also a little up for debate, though. With that bit of manoeuvring, I think that's a bump. That isn't ideal from Richard's point of view, as he does need to start taking some defensive actions, but it is also closing off a lot of manoeuvring options from Dengar's point of view. I would actually... Oh, no, okay. I was about to say I'd have actually been quite tempted to just stall Bobber where he was by slamming into the front of Dengar again, but that 4K is an interesting choice. I think I'd have gone for the hop over if I was trying to maintain shots. Okay, so 1 bank rounds and a little bit more bumper car action going on here. Yeah, that's quite good.
Just expertise.
That's quite good, I think, from Richard's perspective. He's managed to just, I think. Now, are we going to see the K4 lock go down? No, I think that might even have been outside of range 3. So,
no shields on Boba, 3 damage cards.
Hang on, I'm trying to do that one first. Still, Dengar's untouched.
Boba lost shields, 2 damage cards assigned.
Okay.
Bosk
So
is...
a sleep round from Dengar here, getting arc back on Bobber here. Now that is going to be an obstructed shot, closest point to closest point there. So Tim does at least... I mean, he's going to have a little bit of defensive ability back, but it is slowing down his damage coming out as well.
Taking 3 hull.
I mean, Tim's ideal scenario here is that he takes Boba Fett off the board before you can get to shoot. But I think if there's still 3 damage remaining, that's quite unlikely with a range 3 obstructed shot. Okay, so that's 2 hits from Tim there, and into... Oof, is that just the 1 evade? Yep.
Oh, hey.
So 1 more point of damage. Bob is down to 2 hull remaining at this point. Now, we're going to have the question, does Bosk have a shot on anyone? I don't think they do. And we're straight back to setting dials. So that makes me think one of the...
So Kath is...
No, there we go. Obviously...
Kath is... the one near Bosk.
So this one's Kath, and that one's Bobber up the top there.
Yeah.
So I think very deliberately Richard rather chose not to shoot with Bobber there. I don't think he wanted the return fire from Dengar, and given that he'd be looking at a range 3 obstructed shot without his expertise, both because he's stressed and because it's been shot off, we'd be struggling to put out a substantial amount of damage.
Yes, indeed. This looks like typical...
that revenge shot is a very powerful ability. For all that it sounds like an aggressive ability, oftentimes it's a very defensive one. Each shot that you can deny against your ships, just because your opponent feels it's not a worthwhile trade, gives you a very strong position.
It does. It's like a quick draw only taking 1 shield.
Yeah.
Dengar being where he is, having having a limping Boba, to deal what? Probably nothing to Dengar from where he is.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Okay, so that's blocked off some options.
I can see a bump here.
That is going to have closed off the 2 sleep for Dengar again. I
would have done a 1 straight though.
Yeah, 1 straight might do it, but you'd be in slight danger of that asteroid, I feel. And there we go, another bump, but he's cleared the stress. So Richard's rejoining his ships back together. I'm not sure we're going to be seeing a shot from Cathskull at this turn. I think that rear arc might struggle to find anything. Though having said that 3 turn in might be quite strong. So we're just going to see what's happening here. I think they're just snookering Dengar off the board quickly, so Tim can do a little bit more manoeuvring with his...
Oh!
Easy to do. The YV666 is a bit of a big clunking ship of its.
Actually, has that not touched?
No, I think that was a collision there.
Okay. Because it would be a bit more sort of
it'd be a bit
straight,
more squared up. But thanks to K4 Security Droid, we still have a target lock now.
I'm reckoning this.
Tim kind of wants to hope that is still range 1, and I really don't think it is.
I think, though, with it being where it is, he's still going to get his
Actually,
K4.
yeah, if it's outside of range 1, he's still got
he
the
hasn't got
homing
K4, he's got
missiles.
Fall on. He doesn't have a target lock, though. Oh, for Bosk. Yeah, because where that width of the base is, that might make it a bit larger than you think.
Okay, so Dengar does a point of damage, which looks like it was neatly avoided by Rich there. And then...
Just out of range 1.
Is that just out of range 1? If so, I suspect we're going to see some homing missiles coming across. There we go. So this could sting.
Yep, can't spend focus or evades. If
can't
he gets
spend
4,
your evades, but...
If he gets... It's 4 damage or 4 dice he's rolling here. If he could get 4... Ooh.
That's
I was about to say...
That's some slightly cold dice there. I think Tim, in fact, may indeed be swapping his dice out before he makes his next roll.
Yes, because if he can get...
spent the target lock.
That's more like it.
Into a stronger thing there, so that looks like...
So 2 hits and a crit.
2 hits and a crit. Nice.
He needs... actually...
And the structural damage drops that down to 1, and there we go.
I was going to say, even though if he had evaded it, the moment he had evaded, Tim would have gone, and I cancel that down, and then pumped 3 through, so even if he was running 2 dice, at that point he was still fine.
And then... a whole bunch of red dice being rolled. That wasn't a bump. That actually wasn't a bump. That was clear in. So that was a 5 dice attack from Kath's rear arc into Dengar and into Bosk rather, and that's all of Bosk gone. That rear arc is ferociously deadly, particularly when you've got that expertise.
And this is going to be an interesting situation as well. It's health-wise, it's 10 versus 9, but a double tap and pilot skill.
So.
But
Tim's got the stronger position overall because he's got higher pilot skill, he's got slightly better manoeuvrability with a barrel roll, and he's got a turret, which does help a lot. However, Kath's rear arc is really deadly, and one wrong move could see a lot of Dengar's health gone in one go. Tim really needs to try and keep arc at all costs here. Tim, that looks like a rock to me, mate.
So if it was me here...
But
yeah, there we go.
Is he in? And he's in arc as well.
Yep.
Okay,
and he's taking a damage as well.
So
the wheels are falling off this wagon quite sharpish with
this is a bad turn, but it doesn't necessarily have to be catastrophic. However, that 5 damage, of which I think 4 has just gone through, thanks to expertise.
Actually, they're all there, aren't they? Because there's no blanks.
Yeah. As I said, 5 damage, 4 of which has gone through. And which crit was that?
I think it was stunned. I think it might have been stunned pilot.
Okay.
Stunned
pilot is better than blinded pilot at this stage. As
definitely.
Tim cannot afford to lose shots here.
If he had blinded pilot, though, it would have been... Oh, no, because he's a higher pilot skill, so it would get turned down next turn. Oh, if it was blinded pilot, then that would make sense. If he's done a 1 straight like that.
That 1 forward there, that asteroid collision really has cost him quite a lot here. Now, this turn-in is very high risk, high reward. It's lining him up with a good shot. It's giving him some strong offence.
If he's going to go, he's going to go out with style.
That's going to be 5 dice he's taking to the face there. And he's down to 4 hull at this point. So,
just have a quick look, see what damage state is on.
Okay, only 3 damage as well. Oh dear. No, I think Richard's got this, but that is some damage going through. Okay, so I think that is all of Kath's shields down at this point. No,
still got
remaining.
1.
Okay, strong.
Wow, this has just changed the game on its head, and he's going to be doing a 1 straight next turn.
Okay.
Because he's four-lommed.
Yeah, he's specifically suppressing those tokens because he just needs to race to put damage out as quickly as he can. Reroll
That's 4.
into 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nice.
That's flipped it.
Okay, so how do you do for damage there?
That looks like it's 2 cards there. So shield's gone. Hole down 2. So this is 4 versus 4 with a double tap. This could be a final salvo.
If Dengar can manage to get in one really punishing shot next turn, he'd be good. But Richard has got absolutely clear knowledge about where Dengar is going to be.
But remember, he could still barrel roll from there. So if it was me, I'd go a bit further.
Oh, no, you see, that isn't the move I'd have gone with. I'd have gone for a hard turn towards Bespin. Get your rear arc round as hard as you can. Because there we go. So that does, I think, block some barrel roll options, but it's still going to give Tim enough that he can...
I'm not sure if he can
he
barrel
doesn't
roll
even
right.
need to barrel roll. He's still got arc. He's in a good position. Okay, so
range 1, 4 versus 4 when he's going to do it. It's all over again.
And there we go. He has also ironed himself to suppress that token.
There we go. And it's high pilot skill. Tim,
yeah.
if this is... There's one evade there.
There is an evade there. 2...
3. Kath still lives. For now.
And then...
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, there's double evades. Here comes return shot.
I think this is going to be it. I think this may be all over at this point. So I think Dengar is down to 2 hull remaining after that volley. But that isn't going to be enough.
There's 2.
There's 2.
There's 3.
Tim rolls into 3. Game over.
Well, we did say it was going to be a quick game, but...
Basically 20 minutes of play there.
But, yeah, that was... You see what I mean? This list of Tim's is brutal.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 massively high damage output lists that went straight into one another. They both went off. So, final salvo, which I think goes to Richard.
I don't know. I didn't see who had more there.
Did they actually just final salvo there? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who actually won that.
I'll just go through and check on that one quickly.
Yeah.
Interesting moment there.
Or were they just trying it just to see what would have happened?
Possibly.
It's not very often a final salvo actually happens, so... That was so quick, I have no idea who rolled more, though, so... Wow, that was a really, really, really quick game. Didn't expect that to be done. We'll get the second lists in here in a minute, because we have one more game for you tonight, which is going to be Gareth versus Stephen Sage. And actually, Richard will be switching into the booth in Robin's place for the second game. So this will be a good second game as well. I actually quite like these 2 lists from when they were sent across.
So that did indeed come down to final salvo, and we've got the 2 players involved just popping through to have a quick chat with us.
Sweet.
So no swears at all. Oh. Where do we sit? I've never actually done this one before.
Someone take a pew there, and someone grab that chair over there.
Okay, skinny man, you go get a pew.
Hello.
Do you know what? I nearly didn't have the overlay done in the amount of time it took you to play that game.
Well, we can't help that we're fast and brutal.
Yeah. So that was
Swift and savage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We told you it would be.
You live up to your promises then.
Oh well, we don't make a promise we can't keep.
So final salvo giving the victory to Rich there.
Yep.
Just.
Yeah.
That was.
Yep.
But you got that 1 dice advantage.
We have got 1 dice advantage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the Jump Master title.
Yeah, so that's where
Yeah,
that
because
hits me.
it's printed values, so which makes a slight difference.
I'm not going to look at myself. That's a bit weird. I suddenly realised. I suddenly realised the kind of egos you guys have to do this all day in a tournament.
Oh, you don't need to.
Slanesh.
So, deciding turn of the game?
Dengar Rock.
Dengar Rock.
There were two big ones.
Yeah.
The range band 3 from Bosk pushing a crit with
You
Boba
know
Fett to ruin
Bosk
my-
likes me. I can't help it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's my ship.
Yeah, because Bosk getting 2 crits and a hit on the range band 3,
that
not
was
unmodified, to
not
push Boba Fett
at all what I
through
was
on my Boba
expecting.
Fett
Yeah.
was pivotal.
Yeah.
And then the rocking of Dengar was the second, allowing a 5 dice no reprisal from Cav Skylar.
Getting your expertise shot off has got to be a painful opening to a game.
Yeah, that was not fun.
And Owen's made a very good point here.
Yeah, where's Owen?
With
Come on, man, where are you?
Yeah, why
Why
are you here?
why aren't you here? Like beers, bro.
Yeah, we were going to go for beers. What is this?
Yeah, man, I'm disappointed.
So yeah, what Owen just said here is also one of the defining points is where Bosk didn't bump into Kath. It wasn't a bump.
No.
So both of them killed each other.
Yeah.
At that point,
that was pretty funny.
That was
Yeah.
crucial. I think if it had been a bump, then obviously Bosk could have lived.
I was an idiot for not going 4 forwards on Cath's opening engagement as well, keeping her next to Bobber. I thought, what we'll do is in case I end up in range band 1, if he comes in, I don't want her at range band 1, so I'll keep her back a little bit, but the full stop.
That standard approach seemed like a very reasonable thing to do. You were just unlucky that it was kind of...
Yeah,
because
the full stop.
It didn't look
The
like it
full
was out
stop
by
put
much.
pain, the full stop
No,
put
it
pain
was.
to that.
Yeah.
It wasn't out by a great deal.
No.
And it was sensible in my brain, but not.
Well, you did give yourself room to spread out in the later engagements.
Yeah, I ended up messing up, really, because I was trying to block with Cath, ended up straight in front of that asteroid, couldn't bring her into play for 2 turns.
No.
Because I was blocking, but I didn't get a shot for 2 turns.
Well, that's why I wanted to fight the battle there. That's why you saw me. I did the side-on start with the Jump Master, because my end game was hopefully to get you to retreat through that. And yes, I know, that's what made me lose in the end. You can laugh at that.
It's always the full stop that screws me up, because that screwed up my approach.
Yeah, I don't do it that often, but I knew you'd probably come screaming in, so I did the one stop so I could slow bank and try and get the homers off.
Because I had the line to come and delete Bosk, which was the dream.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that forward momentum is so programmed into you as an X-Wing player. Like you expect everything to keep going forwards, and you
Then
build
the
it
ship
into your
to stop.
expectations turn on turn.
So not actually many things get that full stop on the dial anymore.
No. Yeah.
Like more of the old waves have it than the new ones.
Yeah, well, you've
Like
got
ships,
Lambda
something like that?
and the Upsilon
Has
and
the
the
Upsi
U-Wing.
the Upsi must have it.
U-Wing,
Lambda, the
U-Wing,
Epsilon,
U-Wing.
the U-Wing,
I don't think
and
the U-Wing has.
and
Does the U-Wing
the
have the full
YV66.
stop, or does it just have the pivot?
I know you've got
U-Wing
the
has
full stop
both.
on the U-Wing.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
you just can
Right.
you can title to flip.
Yeah, so not many new things get it, because you don't see many U-Wings, so it's literally just
Yeah.
both Lambda.
Well, that's the
and
thing. Lambda you only really use as a pallet boat. People can disagree with me.
I mean,
Upsilon-
I think there is the Doom Shuttle in them.
There's the show. Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
the
you are
Natural
right.
History Museum.
Yeah.
More often it is a power shuttle you'll see there.
Yeah. I mean, a full stop can be useful on it, but no, Bosk is where it really shines. Am I getting abuse told at me on the internet?
No,
Just keep an eye on the chat,
but
making sure Owen's keeping it civil in there.
but
Bell.
yeah, no, that I think also that's one of those things as well. You play each other quite a lot, whether it's at 40k or X-Wing,
Yeah.
so you kind of know what each other's sort of play styles is, and I think that's sort of huge when you match up against them. You go, I know exactly what you're going to do.
Well, we both have the same mentality. We just
Full out.
We're going to make some red dice happen.
Red dice shall happen. We'll mess with the green dice. Yeah.
I'm sad I couldn't fly my Kiraxes.
Yeah, I was going to
the
say.
Kiraxes would have been fine.
I think my main advantage here was you were not. Your mind was with the
I
Kirax.
missed
It wasn't
my-
there. You know, you weren't really, you know.
So for those of you not privy to the immediate prior discussion of this, unfortunately Guns for Hire has not yet hit UK stores. So the harpoon missiles that...
I want to do harpoon missiles.
is it
No,
not?
just backside.
Cruise missiles.
It's just
The
four
backside.
with cruise. It's
Just,
just four
yeah.
Backside
with
titles.
cruise.
The lack of the Vaxi title currently in the UK meant that Rich had to change his plans at slightly short notice.
Yeah, but with Richard having two double sprays as a backup plan, it's like
it's fine. I wanted the Kirax. I definitely wanted the Kirax.
So a game of subtle, cautious manoeuvring there.
Yeah, that's for you.
Not how we do things.
No.
when I played on stream a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking let's do a Richard here. So I did a 4 straight and a boost to get a shot on Ray round one.
Yeah, you did. How we do.
I thought Rich would approve of that.
Oh my, well, that's not very polite
Always.
what people are putting there. No, it's quite rude.
Owen's starting troublemaking. That's not Owen. That's not Owen's way.
Okay, is it because I told you to rebel, Owen? You're
Yes.
obeying the instructions. Have I awakened the sleeper agent?
It's because he's just salty. He's not coming out for beers.
Yeah, true. It's because he misses us.
So we've had a couple of national events over the weekend. Any thoughts on what we saw in terms of like nationals, top cut, national winning lists?
Like, I looked at it,
Yeah.
and I haven't had like many massive issues with Nim yet. Flying against him, he doesn't. Maybe I don't.
That.
He hasn't scared me.
I've
yet,
killed
you
him
know.
every game I've met him in. I've never lost to him.
So maybe,
That's something that Sean hasn't done yet. Played in multiple occasions and killed the support.
maybe
I think.
I don't know. I genuinely don't find Nim.
Well,
that
neither
scary.
of us do ace play that much, which is maybe why we're not having a trouble. I
Like
think
if-
for the
if
flies
Nim-
of Fenrao and Omega
If
Leader.
Nim had a slam, I'd be frightened. But he's
No, that's the thing. I still think
Yeah,
Dudley's
slam
really
and
the top
bomb.
dog there.
Yeah.
because
So-
Miranda's legitimately terrifying. But Nim
Yeah.
doesn't scare me.
Given the 2 lists that you gentlemen were putting on the board this evening as well, neither of them are ones that are particularly concerned about bombs, because you've got that like the high hull, high shield, durable ships that are not particularly reliant on the
I
grid.
Well, I've been leaning
I
to
think
that.
because when Nim came in, I was still
Yeah.
flying the stupid Decimator, and
Yeah.
it just kind of goes, "Oh, that's bomblet generator. That's really cute. That's an adorable 2 dice that I might take. Oh no!"
Yeah. No, I just think at the minute I'm finding myself leaning towards quite large ships. I'm certainly know for the Hangar Bay, one of the Hangar Bay events that was coming up, I'm thinking of having a ghost list and my
Good
boss
man.
list. Thank you. Which I stole from the Spanish regionals. Don't lie.
No shame in that.
Yeah.
That's still
No.
what's good. Still
Yeah.
what's good.
I was quite good. I was like, oh, hello. But yeah, so I'm not that worried about Nim at the minute. I'm looking forward to the new wave though. That's something I haven't said in a long time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Scum one with the bullseye firing out. That was like be a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what support ships I'd fly with it though.
It's a slightly awkward points cost, isn't it? So like by the time you've built it up, you're
'cause
like
I'd-
past that 33-point mark. and-
Yeah, because part of me thinks maybe that and 2 jumps, or would you do that Fenrao and something else? What?
You're almost in the territory of a quad jumper, just so you can go. Actually, you're going where I tell you you're going, which is right in my line of death.
Yeah, a space tugger ray would be a very good sort of wingman for that. Drag it into the bullseye arc.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
again-
dragging things around.
But
and-
again, if it's the pilot skill 1, it's going to be pulled first.
Coming back to that nationals topic, we did see 3 quad jumpers making the top 33 too. So
Not as bad as we thought they were.
Yes.
They called me mad when I bought one. Mad!
Your quad jumper did quite well.
Yeah, it really did.
Just putting things in the way of that boss coat.
I mean,
boss critical missile.
Yavin, that wasn't my favourite quad jumper list. It was the guy who had 4 of them with all the little Lego SWAT team coming down on them that I quite
Yeah,
appreciated.
that was
Quad,
Yeah,
quad,
that was
quads.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was a
Quads was
beautiful
great.
thing.
Quads with cluster mines.
Quad
He was a
slash.
beautifully brave man.
I enjoyed quads.
As we briefly touched on, Wave 12 is coming out. We've also got Wave 13 following quite shortly after that. Any particular highlights or anything that's caught your eye from those 2 waves that are
That
coming out?
Imperial ship's really pretty.
Really?
The
The silencer.
No, the tiny little shuttle.
Thank God.
Not the
gunshot,
silencers,
the
like
Oh,
gunboat.
thank God. Yeah, the gunboat looks cool.
The gunboat is
Because
cool.
as we've all said, that's how an 8-year-old draws a ship.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, I think every 8-year-old here drew that.
No, I see it as a like a little mini lander shuttle with a couple of extra wings put on there for show.
And it can reload its munitions.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's another one that I'm interested in, like wingman wise. I don't know what you do with it because you can't really partner it with it.
You could partner it with a Desi. Yeah, you could.
Could you?
Yeah, you could partner it with Bumpy Oiken, and then just shoot your missiles, fly Oiken in the way of the things that are chasing him, turn around and rearm your missiles, and
If you take the one who doesn't care about the weapon, the title which doesn't care about the weapon, the reload and weapon disable tokens and stuff like that, especially the one who gets the free evade as long as you've got a weapons disable token.
you can bait and switch with Oiken.
Yeah.
You just go, I'm going to shoot you with my missile. Now I'm going to fly away, and you can't chase me because I've just put Oiken in the way. And if you do chase me, it's going to be detrimental because I've just made you bump into Oiken.
It's the internet, Robin. It's a beautiful place.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm more excited, I think, for the Phantom because obviously my love for the Ghosts and the old Phantom, but I don't think
The one looks like Pokemon. Yeah, I got you.
It does a little bit.
It does.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I caught that with my Pikachu at like level, before I did Brock's gym,
But I think still, from the way the Ghost Phantom works at the moment, I don't think I'll change to be playing the second one.
It changes the role very fundamentally.
It does.
You're swapping yourself out from being a turret-based defensive ship to being a primary weapon-based offensive ship that's playing a strong support role thanks to the coordinate. And I think a free coordinate at the end of the activation phase could be insanely good on some ships. That's your ability to like double reposition Corran Horn with perfect knowledge of where everything is.
I still worry a bit about rebels in the current meta.
I wouldn't. They're the most
Rebels that aren't
represented
bombing. Rebels that aren't bombing.
Rebels that aren't bombing is a fair
I
shout,
should.
yeah.
I should.
Oh yeah, rebels that aren't bombing are in them. As soon as harpoons come out, fair ship is dead.
Yeah.
Fair ship is not a thing when people are
exactly.
running harpoons.
And I think that's an interesting point that's going to carry through as well because from what I saw of Nationals, we didn't see a huge amount of what we would describe as like the classic Fairship 2 build.
Yeah.
There was a lot of the like sort of Miranda lower
Bigs.
being flown.
Because didn't that do
into the
quite well
final.
at Worlds this year?
Yeah.
Hey, that list has gone second again.
Yeah, well,
It has
to
a
be,
curse,
to be
apparently.
fair, it was being flown by George Delpina at that point, so he can make basically any list do what he wants it to do.
Yes. It's a really good list actually because you've got a nice mix of anti-munitions because that's the one with the auto blaster turret and plasma torpedoes. Or am I getting this wrong?
You meaning on
Okay, Miranda.
No.
TLC?
That's I think it's a missile plus bomblet generator plus TLT. So you've got a lot of long distance firepower.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, because Mr. Heaver went up against that at the end of US Nationals, and that was a game that literally flipped on a coin toss, sort of like how this one sort of ended, really. Where it looked like Mr. Heaver was down and out, and then 2 turns later, hang on a minute, what's just happened here? You blink and you miss it, kind of sort of thing happened there. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because I know we're both going for UK Team Championship, so I wonder, any Scum or Rebel players going to be taking an in for that, for example, because
I think we're going to see a very interesting
I think
meta
maybe
for that,
more
as well
Rebels.
as for the Nerf Herder Hangar Bay event that's coming up at the start of October.
Road trip.
Certainly the UK Nationals list that we saw did seem to suggest there is a lot of NIM out there, and then there are a lot of things that are a direct response to NIM, and it's why we're seeing so much Dash Miranda, because that's quite strong against NIM in its own way, and it's why we're seeing a lot of
Stress
Imperial
control.
Alpha strikes, and it's why we're seeing durable ships like the triple Jumpmaster build that we'll be seeing later this evening appearing quite a lot, because as you chaps have demonstrated, big durable ships can soak an awful lot of damage.
Pretty sure I'm going to put the Desi in my second Hangar Bay list alongside the characters, just in case I run up against Nim Miranda and I can just go, here's a Decimator.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hunt down Captain Nim.
if you can decide which list you're playing.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of going Kylo Ren on that, or sticking with the hotshot gunner?
Hotshot Gunner Vader.
Yeah.
Pure brutality. I should have expected nothing else.
Yeah, sorry. No Kylo Ren around here.
Correct. And again, like, they can keep pushing Kylo Ren's ability, but it's just not very good. It's the same when it will be on the silencer.
I was going to say, it's going to be re-pushed on the silencer
It's
again.
not great though, is it?
It's
just
not,
not that good.
No.
It's. I think specifically at the moment, it's stronger than it's been for a while because there are a lot of 2-ship builds in the meta, and switching off someone's firepower for 2 turns in a row is huge. I mean,
Providing you can do it in 2 turns in a row.
yeah.
Or potentially like damaged cockpit and stuff like
but
that.
you've got
to build into.
I mean, has the silencer even got the option of a advanced targeting computer?
No.
So you can't force the crit in anywhere on the silencer, which means you have to fly a wingman that can force the crit, which puts you into territory of just either having Vader in a advanced, in which case you're at an awkward point value, or taking the Tyrannu Decimator. And the silencer's so expensive, you can't even tool up the Tyrannu Decimator properly.
You can do a 55-point rebel captive Tyrannu. Give yourself 2 ships that you don't really want to shoot at.
Robin,
I mean,
you don't understand that.
But I mean,
It's hot shot or go home.
well, would you? And okay, well that's fine. But even then, like if the Desi gets caught in range band 2, you've still got 3 dice to push through that crit.
Yeah.
Which is coming on a focus, and that, unless the silencer gets lucky. I mean,
Yeah.
1 in 6. It's just not. It just doesn't. That effect just doesn't light the world on fire for me. And against things that haven't got 2 ships, it's gonna be garbage. It's like, oh, you blinded motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, the list I just played in the stream would be quite vulnerable to it, but I think that's one of the few
You shove it on
examples.
Dengar.
Yeah.
you
Well, no, you
push-
shove it on Bosk.
No, you push it to Dengar so you can double tap and then kill
No,
Dengar
true.
off first.
Yeah, point.
Then all you have to worry about is cleaning up Bosk, which is easy.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, if you pass it onto Bosk, go look for that revenge shot if it's there, and then go, oh, that's a shame. That'd be a dead card instantly.
Yeah,
It
'cause if
hits.
it's on a Decimator with an engine up. But then you spend your action on Decimator, don't you? Because that's the thing I don't like about Kylo Ren. It's an action to do it.
Well, no, it's on the silencer.
Oh,
It's just
is it on
his
silent?
Yeah,
his
it's his
because
ability.
Yeah.
Kylo would be flying the silencer.
Oh, okay, Kylo would be fine. Maybe then it would be quite good against my list. Just my problem with it as it stands at the minute is it's an action,
And again, but
anything you can put it on usually has better options.
Isn't it also when Kylo takes the shot? So when you shoot at Kylo.
Yeah, when you shoot at Kylo and hit.
So you blow the Decimator up first.
The only downside to that is you're then leaving yourself with the 3 agility, auto, thrusting, advanced sensor, pilot skill 9 ship to deal with.
Yeah, but that's okay.
I can
because
live
it's
with
got
it.
to get lucky to do its own effect.
Yeah.
It's got to get lucky to do its own effect. It's got to have pushed the limit in order to do 2 actions, I assume.
But then if it's doing advanced sensors, you lock in a green and go, hey, fine and dandy, and actually get 3 actions. Oh, no, because you advanced sensors, you skip your action instead.
Yeah.
So yeah,
My apologies.
It's not Damon.
The
It
big,
doesn't have the option of BB-8.
the big
No.
thing that I think that push the limit advanced sensors will do for it is it will make it incredibly hard to bomb.
Yeah.
Because it can reposition out of
Yeah, it'll be-
action
it'll be-
bombs, and it can post maneuver reposition
I mean
out of-
that's good. That's a good thing. I'm looking forward to seeing what the pilots that aren't
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, absolutely.
the wuss
Absolutely.
from the new movies are. Perhaps they'll get.
Well, I hope we get
reasonable-
like a Countess equivalent in that we'll get a mid-tier pilot that's really good.
Yeah,
There
Yeah,
is-
again, it's an arc dodging ship, so you're looking at pilot skill.
I think it's a Pilot Skill
Yeah.
7 one that looks to be with an EPT and stuff as well.
Well, seven with an EPT slot's acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and am I the only one who thinks that the new Rebel ship has all the wrong numbers, or do people like it and I'm just being me?
No, it looks
the,
awful. The
new
huge
large
B,
one.
the huge B,
Yeah.
it looks awful. It looks
I don't
absolutely
know.
terrible.
I
And
don't
it
know,
has
for the-
all the wrong numbers.
Huge.
For the points cost, like it's quite cheap. It gives you a 2 dice turret, and it is incredibly durable at like 9 hull, 3 shields. Like
And
that's
9 hull free. So the thing is, it's hull heavy with
Yeah.
1 agility, so it's going to be awfully susceptible to
Yeah.
being crit.
Just focus
Crit
fire
into
that
the
out.
The Ghost with no agility in 10.
Ghost has an evade.
Yeah, go
so
to the action.
the key thing from
Yeah.
my point of view on that is it gives you the combination of a sensor and a tech slot in Rebels, which means you can do a fire control system targeting synchronizer ship
Helpful.
to just fire your turret around, pick the target you want, and then everyone next turn can just use your target lock to fire the munitions away.
I
Reroll
mean,
the
that's
dice, whatever
fine,
they
but
need to
you're
do.
still talking about over 30 odd points for it.
Yeah.
I would love to fly Bodhi alongside that because then you can go all the way over here going range 3 of anything.
That's nice, but then you're looking at spending not a lot of points on your sort of poke. I mean, there's a real damage coming from.
The thing is, the 2 dice turret is not a viable source of damage in any way. And as a bomber, it's laughably inferior to Nim Miranda. So,
Yeah,
Ruthlessness Black Squadron pilots. That sounds vicious. Also, potentially quite suicidal.
what's that?
Well, it's got a lot of shields.
The training day list, which is Hellrunner plus Black Squadron pilots with Ruthlessness.
Love it. Love everything about it. Everyone should fly that.
I don't know. Against Fellowship Rebels, it's got a lot of shields. I mean, I don't know.
Love it. Love everything about it.
Oh dear.
Stupid.
Okay.
Stupid. Love it.
Do we want to swap commentary team up and get our next game underway?
Yeah, we've got a bit more time this evening. If you give me about sort of 10 minutes to get the thing loaded up and have some time with Rich to get us in the groove.
Okay, I'm leaving now, guys.